The first ever exercise I started to master in calisthenics was the pull-up, and my lats grew quickly. But after some time, my progression started to stagnate when it comes to the pull-up and when it comes to my back growth, because I wasn't smartly progressively overloading with it, and I wasn't modifying the pull-up to be able to get more out of it. That's why in today's video, I have prepared a couple of ways for you to modify the pull-up that you're doing right now to get more out of the pull-up and to get more back growth and increase your regular pull-ups with it as well. First off, what we're going to be talking about is variation is gains. You got to understand this. Write this down. Pen and paper, get it ready, boom. Variation is gains. The moment I started changing up the variations with pull-ups, I started to gain more muscle. Now, when it comes to variations, I do not just mean like the regular ass, like, oh, do the close grip pull-up, do the wide grip, do the chin up, no. What I want you to do is start changing up the exercise slightly in order to get more growth out of it. So what is an example? For example, instead of doing the regular pull-ups, start moving to the rings. I have been now for the past 2 months not doing anything but regular ring pull-ups. And ring pull-ups are, in my opinion, right now, the best back builder that you can possibly do for your back growth. And I've been doing variations in these ring pull-ups for more gains. And the thing is, bro, I genuinely believe that you are capable of going from skinny to jacked within 6 months time with my style of training. If you take it serious, you are able to reach your dream physique within the end of 2025 or in the beginning of 2026. You can do that. Look at my friend Matthias, who has only been training for 4 weeks with me right now, maybe a little bit longer, and who has been making insane progress with my style of training, just copying what the fuck I am doing. This could be you if you join Jacked by Calisthenics, which is the top link in the description. It's a full blueprint on how to get jacked in 6 months with calisthenics. Make the transformation right now. Change your life. It's gonna help you out. So I'm gonna tell you some of the best variations, in my opinion, that you can use right now to get more out of your back growth. The first one, and that's gonna be the most important one that you need to master right now, and that's the extreme weighted wide ring pull-ups. The extreme wide grip is so good. I only started doing it 3 days ago, and my back is sore as shit. And the reason why it's sore is because my back has been put under a load that I was not used to ever before. As y'all know, with the regular pull-up, you're probably doing shoulder width, maybe a little bit outside of shoulder width. Some people like a little bit wider, some people like a little bit closer, but you're probably doing anywhere from just shoulder width to a little bit wider, right? That's probably your grip that you're used to. But the moment when you go extremely wide and you let your arms literally like almost make a cross type of form, your back is starting to get beat up in a completely different way. I did these wide ring pull-ups, as you can see me doing here. And the moment I actually started doing this, that stretch at the bottom started to feel way more active. And also the squeeze up top started to also feel way more active because I was driving my elbows towards my obliques. That's kind of what you want to imagine during this pull-up. You want to drive your elbows inwards towards your side, towards your obliques. And the moment when you actually go down, you want to kind of imagine letting your lats fold all the way up like that so that you feel that crazy intense stretch that you get from this exercise. I don't think there is one better lat exercise for the width of your lats than this exercise right here. The squeeze up top is literally top notch, and the stretch at the bottom is literally also maximized. Do this exercise frequently. I've heard so many athletes talk about this exercise. For example, Alex Leonidas, shout out to him. I watch him all the time, right? And he has been basically kind of getting me to the point of like, yo, do the extreme wide weighted pull up. And I've tried it right now, and it has been changing my fucking back up again, right? And my back is one of my strongest body parts. So even after 6 years of consistent training, calisthenics over and over again, I'm still able to keep fucking growing because I keep changing up the variation and changing up what I'm actually doing, such as the wide grip weighted pull up. I've changed from the normal ones to this one, and I've changed it up again. And that's how I'm now going to be progressing with the same type of progression patterns that I was doing. And that's something that you should too. Now, the second variation is going to be the ring chin up. Now, the ring chin up is way different because the ring chin up is not just the regular chin up that you have in mind. The ring chin up is actually only a chin up top. So at the bottom, you want to be keeping it like a normal pull up, but you want to be rotating inwards and then squeezing that back, arching it the moment where you come up top, right? And the moment when you come down again, you want to be rotating it outwards so that you can get that real deep stretch on that lat. And the moment you get that, you do the exact same thing over and over again. The reason why I think this is so effective is because you're literally using the full potential of your lats by turning the rings inwards and outwards. When you keep doing that during a pull-up, during a chin-up or a pull-up, your lats are going to be squeezed to the maximum potential up top, but also because you rotate, it's going to be stretched to the maximum potential at the bottom. Progressively overload that consistently, and your back is going to fucking blow up. So do that consistently and start reaping the benefits of it. Third variation, which brings us into chapter number 2 of this video, and that's going to be tempoed pull-ups. So tempo reps is basically when you slow down your reps in a certain type of way to get more out of the pull-up. So what I've been doing, for example, also with the wide grip pull-up, I have been going extremely slow down on the way down and get that stretch really like active at the bottom. The moment I started doing that, instead of going very, very fast, only really using my arms, I started really feeling my back again. A lot of people say that pull-up is not really a feel type of exercise, which is right. Like, you're using so many muscles to pull yourself up. So you're not really going to be primarily feeling it in your back, even though that's the primary worker. But doing it like this, doing it actually, pulling actually all the way up until your back is maximally squeezed, driving your elbows inwards and then releasing it very, very slowly, like, you will feel your back again compared to like when you was doing pull-ups for the first time in your life. Like, this is how you're going to be experiencing that. So tempo reps are one of the most effective things that you can do. Now, there are a couple of variations to modify a pull-up with tempo reps. You can squeeze and hold that squeeze up top for like a second, which I like to do, which is called pause reps. And you have dead stop reps, which is stopping at the bottom and really exaggerating that stretch kinda and holding that for a long ass time. So in my opinion, tempo reps are the best thing that you can start to make changes with in your routine to get more out of the pull-up and to get more out of your back row. The next fucking like chest and back day that you have, I'm assuming that that's your routine because that's what I always preach. If you train chest and back together and you start switching the pull-up variation that you do on your chest and back from the regular things that you have been doing to only a couple of changes, such as going extremely wide with the rings, actually going to the rings and changing up the tempo of it, trust me, you will experience a whole new soreness that you have never experienced before. And that is because your body is not used to it. And these variations are so reliable on making progress that it's impossible to not make progress and back gains with this variation. It's in my opinion, quite literally impossible. Every single person who has been doing pull-ups consistently, look at street lifters, look at people who do pull-ups consistently, they all have wide backs. Why? Because it's such a reliable exercise. Imagine that reliability, but then enhanced with more effective variations to build you up your back. It's literally going to be impossible to not get a wide back. So start doing that and make progress. Then last thing, progressively overloading with the stretch position. Now, progressively overloading with the stretch position is basically what I like to call stretch overloading, right? So basically, when you have a regular exercise such as the pull-up, the stretch is of course very important for muscle growth. There's a lot to be gained in that stretch position, right? But the moment you actually are in that stretch position and you go all the way up again, and you do that for years, you're not really going to be using that stretch position to the fullest potential. So the moment when you go down, hold it, but also really let everything loose, extremely loose, so that you really like stretch those lats out. And the moment you have done that, you want to pull up again and repeat the process. But how do we progressively overload with the stretch? A lot of times what I have done when it comes to push-ups and pull-ups, so this doesn't only apply to pull-ups, this applies to every single exercise where there's a heavy based stretch in there. The moment where you actually are used to a certain type of depth, right? The moment when you do that, next week, you want to be holding it, let's say for a little bit longer. Or what you can do is after you have actually done your regular reps, you can now progressively overload with lengthened partials. So at the moment you hit failure, you want to be doing lengthened partials and you want to be increasing the reps of the lengthened partials every single week, which allows you that you're going to be doing regular reps, but also reps in that stretch position to be able to gain a lot of muscle in that position, because it's such a high ROI position to be in if you want to gain muscle. So those are all of the changes that I would make to your pull-up right now in order to gain back growth. Now, if you want this laid out in a full workout routine where I basically teach you everything, not just about pull-up, but every single exercise that you're doing right now, and build a routine with it so that you can start progressively overloading properly, go to the top link in the description. It will take you to the Jack by Calisthenics course, which is a 4+ hour course on how to build muscle with calisthenics. Go there right now and I'll see you inside. And as always, make the sacrifice and stay resilient.